All right. Let's start jumping on into it. Oh boy, oh boy. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. What is up, Dr. Techno? How you doing today? Whew. Thursday night, members only chat. It is on the eve of our unemployment data tomorrow. This could be great, could be terrible, but what I do know is right now on Bitcoin, we are seeing a bounce, which is very nice to see. And this little rally could go up something like to 98,106. Very well could. Very well could. As a beautiful bearish back test, it lines up perfectly with our 618. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to. Possible break to the upside. If we get good data tomorrow, if unemployment claims actually, in a surprising way, go up, I feel like we are then going to be focusing in on the Fed cutting rates. And then we could start looking at a huge bump to the upside in the market. However, right now, speaking of Wall Street, they are not expecting a rate cut at all. They think no rate cut, and possibly no rate cut at the next FOMC meeting as well. So yeah, tomorrow's data is going to be kind of a big deal. But also we are well overdue for a bounce. All right, just to get a little bit of the logistics out of the way, last night we had a lot of chatter, and it made stream drag on. So, everybody knows this is the announcement I talked about in Discord. If you're a part of Discord, you saw that I was going to announce something. But, yeah, so what I want to do now, when it comes to the streams and everything, I'm going to basically be talking, going back and forth and whatnot at the beginning. I'm going to get down whatever requests that pop in based off the beginning of stream. And then I will get through the entirety of the list, and then we will take on more requests after that. For this stream in particular, I do have a few things that I want to go over first. That is going to be a couple trades that I think are interesting, and then a couple of things that are trending, and we're going to go from that. I have a feeling even with good data, it's still going to fall. Seems to be the pattern of lately. Melanie could be. Because noted, I am banking on a bearish backtest right now, and that's all I'm really going for. So that could be. Right now, so tonight we're going to be looking through Bitcoin in a little bit of depth. We're going to be going through Bonk, Floki, G3, CBK, WIF, Rune, SPX, Sol, AVAX, FTM, and FET. And then after that, I'll get to all of your requests. And if that is all that we need to get through, I think the streams will start going a lot more smooth that way. I do realize I will start missing a lot of requests going with this method, but hopefully you guys are okay with that. And I will be doing my best to get through as many charts as I can. But starting Monday, I will have to be waking up extremely early in the mornings. So I do need to start condensing the evening stream time down. And yeah, so that's gonna be a joy that I'm gonna have to overcome. But it also comes with, you guys should be utilizing the Discord a bit more often for chart requests. And yeah, definitely do that. So in the Discord, I'm going to show you right now, if we come over here, we scroll down just a little bit, it's right below the voice chat, and then you have chart requests right frickin' there. So you can request whatever charts you want, and just like here, I basically, even if I'm on my phone, so this is an image from my phone where I end up just looking at it real quick for you, show you what I expect to see happen, and then there you go. So yeah, you guys should definitely utilize the Discord a lot more often, because I will be condensing these things down. Changes were needed, yeah. So this, I believe, will be a good change. Hopefully you guys don't get mad at me too much. I understand anytime there's change, there will be angry people. I do care about your guys' thoughts on that, but I'm going to keep doing my best to deliver the best content I can. Remember, we are here for the TA. We are not here for my rants. All right? And with that being said, do we have any requests before I start diving into this so I can write them down right now? and then we can go into more stuff, because this could be fun. This could be fun, and it could make the streams a lot quicker and more digestible. If not, that's fine. So we're going to start off with looking at our liquidation map. If you guys want to start letting the requests flow in, that's fine. While I'm staring at the liquidation map, we'll do that. So on Bitcoin, on the 24-hour time frame, looking at liquidations, we already have a few shorts getting liquidated, which is nice. So far we've had 41, 16, 56, holy moly, 42. Lots of millions getting lost right here. Keep making changes until you find a good groove. Melanie, that is a good thought. Overhead, we do have up to 29 million in shorts that could get liquidated. The worry I do have, this down here. You got you covered, James. You could see 56 as well as $42 million get liquidated anywhere between 91,815 as well as 91,662. That's a worry. Let's go ahead and check out the weekly, because the weekly is the most important right now, because we do end the week pretty soon, and oh my, does it look like we're going to go up to 99,000. Huh. Would you look at that? 98,900. There's $103 million worth of shorts just waiting to get taken. There's nothing in the long section. The longs have been devastated this week. All longs have been killed. I mean, oh my gosh. That is disturbing how many longs have gotten taken out, but whatever. Now we could see some upside now that all the longs are taken out, and we are finding support, so that is good. Liquidation map looking a bit rough. Let's check out Bitcoin now on the daily time frame so we can get a good idea here. They will make more on the way up. That is true. Good entry for ETH USDT. We will cover that one for you. ETH got you covered. All right. So, checking out our daily for Bitcoin. Daily for Bitcoin, we are still very, very bullish. We are catching a bounce. Let me get rid of this real quick. We are catching a bounce from support. I did have to adjust this. If you saw my video from earlier today, I had to adjust to these candle low closes, which we have been finding very good support on. 91,913. Looks like it is posing as great support once again. As for one at a time, that's true. That would be nice if we could. So right now, we are looking for this to get a nice bounce from high to low. We're looking for a nice 61850, something like that. Lines up perfectly with our bearish retrace. Kind of is what it is, but we could be going to $98,106. So I do believe what those longs are looking at is this possibility right here of a 4.9% move to the upside, which also is going to give a lot of our alts a chance to breathe. This is a beautiful thing to see. Your daily is basically saying, yep, we can do it, because if this was the stochastic, we have reset our daily stochastic RSI, and with our CCI indicator hitting the blue line, this looks absolutely amazing. More upside than AVAX. Do you think it can reach its all-time highs? Talking about for compound. We will check that out for you, Amir. We will check that out. Comp. More upside than AVAX? That's a tough call. I wish I had a crystal ball. I do not know. Going into our 4-hour time frame here, we can see 7 likes, 26 viewers. It's rough. We can see the bullish divergence. We can see it a lot better on the 1 hour, but we do have bullish divergence technically on the 4 hour. So this is a great sight to see as we're catching a bounce. We will put those down too. Now, going into the 1 hour. 1 hour time frame is where we see the most bullish divergence I've ever seen in my life when it comes to Bitcoin, because we were consistently seeing strength building while we fell an additional, and this is the shocking part, the additional 6%. Whoever was selling, they were on a mission. They were trying to get rid of as many longs as possible while people continued to buy into the sell pressure. Finally, whoever was selling finally took their foot off your throat and is allowing the buy pressure to take over. Absolutely wild. They could force Bitcoin's price down like that, but they did. Now, on our 15-minute, this is where people will start getting all weary and scared and all this other stuff. I don't think there's a reason to be scared about a sudden pullback again. I could be wrong. These whales could get crazy. They could get crazy. But right now, we are looking for the nice bearish retest, which is that 4% upside. This is everything I see out of Bitcoin. So now, some things I want to point out. Going into all these other charts, we are going to look at first off, 2 very good trade setups. I posted them inside of Discord. I'm also inside of one of the trades right now. We're going to start with the trade I'm currently in, and that is with Bonk. So, Bonk. Are we even on the chart? What are we doing? Bonk right now. What I saw on the daily just had me foaming at the mouth, and I loved it. We had a bullish, pretty much bullish backtest of our 200 daily moving average. We have this level of what was once resistance, and you can see how it has acted as resistance and support in the past. We did bounce off of it twice as support here. We found that level once again after a beautiful breakout. Now we have our confirmed backtest. This has me thinking we could get that 618 retracement that we would be looking for as a bearish retracement. This is 72% upside. All price needs to do is stay above 2686. If you lose that 2686, we're going down to 2287. Period dot. It's going to happen because there's nothing else in between. You're just expecting it to drop. So this is the current trade I'm in. I am in on a 20x leverage long on this. We are currently up 15%. So the trade's going all right. I do have a stop loss below those lows, but it is a considered tight stop loss. So if price suddenly fell down, I am screwed on that trade. Anyways, going into our 4-hour time frame, you can see we were completely oversold, and now we are getting the bullish divergence on the 4-hour. We have this falling channel that it does look like it wants to break out of. Even if we were looking at a bearish scenario just on this downfall here, we would still be looking for Bonk to come up to, what is this number? 3272. 3272, which would, from where it's sitting, yield us a possible 16.6% upside. So right now, this was telling me all reasons to go bullish, so I took the long. That's what I'm seeing there. Now, another great token I saw was Floki. Looking at Floki here, you can see we have kind of the exact same setup as Bonk, where you had this downtrend, you broke out, you then came down, bullish backtest, higher low than previous low. You're now looking for that 618 retracement from this level. You're looking at 42% upside. This thing hasn't really gotten moving yet, but you are sitting right above the 16234 level. This is the level I would be focused in on. If I were trading this, I would put a stop loss just below these wicks at 15829. This looks like a very good trade. We will see if we get ruined tonight or if things continue going up. But this one looks really good. I like this one. So those two are the two that I was pointing out the most. Going into your 1-hour time frame, we were even putting in the exact same bullish divergence we were seeing on Bitcoin. So absolutely amazing. And then if we do look at our downtrend here, it looks like we could be fighting to possibly break out sometime tonight. We're going to see if it happens. All right, so those are those two. Now, let's check out a couple trending tokens. G3 is one of them. I don't have any idea what G3 is, but I did look at the chart already. Let's go ahead and check it out. So here we are, G3. Interesting looking chart here. Let's go out to the daily because I only looked at it on the weekly, and I made some lines. Anyways, we are about to see a golden cross while we're trying to go up. This is actually kind of interesting. Golden Cross, while market is trying to recover, this could blast off like a rocket. I actually didn't pay attention to that. I don't even know where you could trade this thing, but it does look like it's getting ready for some upside. And this is the first time it has found a low on a common retrace. This thing's upside potential is absolutely insane. You're looking at 259% upside. Makes a lot of sense why this token is trending, because you could make a lot of money from this thing. So that's what I'm seeing out of G3. Not much else to go into on this besides you're in neutral territory on the daily. Your weekly is coming out of oversold territory. You're extremely low on this relative strength, if it gets any strength at all. 2.5x. So this one does look quite interesting. Let's go ahead and check out CBK next. CBK. So on CBK, it had a weird little pump here. Where did I look at this chart? Oh boy. Not that one. Hold on. There we go. CBK had a nice little pump here, but if we look at all of its data, you can see that we are just getting an impulse move back up against resistance. What you would likely see is a backtest of this level. However, if the market gets bullish, it does have a tendency to not backtest anything. So that part kind of is annoying, but let's go ahead and check out our daily, because this did happen yesterday. You can see the pullback happening after being overbought. You're looking for support at 85 cents. If you do manage to get that support, you could see this thing rally up as high as $2.21 if this rally is not dead. So that is a really nice thing, but you can see where this pump came from. You hit support, you popped up, you made your high or low, everyone knew about it, time to rock and roll. So whoever was in on that, congratulations to those people. That is more than likely why it is actually trending. With another one that is trending, we are going to check this one out because this looks very good, but it is not broken out. So right now you are backtesting your lowest levels of support. If you lose $1.39.1, you don't even want to own this thing, because you're probably going into price discovery to the downside for dog with hat. On a common retrace from your high to low, noted you're going to want to get that breakout and backtest, but you could see price coming all the way up to $3.56. This is a very good opportunity of accumulation, and you would think about holding this for a while for the opportunity of 124% upside. On the lower time frames, it is giving you a slightly different picture. Like maybe you don't go all the way up there. Maybe you just get one of these little bearish backtests and mess around just because you're not broken out yet. So even on the bearish time or lower time frames, a bearish move, you're still looking at 22.96% upside. Absolutely crazy. Large language model coin on Sol Soft. I don't even know what you're saying. All right. So that was with. Let's check out Rune. Going into Rune, Rune actually has my attention, but it had more of my attention earlier tonight. Looks like we're losing support. What a shame. We don't want to see that. Look at how oversold you are on the RSI and the 4-hour. Doesn't make much sense to continue selling here, but it looks like they're trying to keep selling it off. I don't know who they made angry, but geez, you're almost oversold on the daily as well. I did put this yellow line here at 332.2 because of the daily candle closes here. And it looks like we are just not even respecting them. Looks like we could be coming down to $2.83. That is a shame. Shame and a half, really. Bring this down a little bit lower. If we can catch some bids, that would be great. I'm going to go into lower time frames on this. But if we do catch bids and we pop up, your common retrace is going to be anywhere between 540 and 592. Looking at a possible 76% upside. But what is going on here? Looking at the 4-hour looks absolutely terrible. Looking at your 1-hour looks like it's more red than LA fires right now. Holy moly. No idea what's going on here. Good evening, Milk. How you doing today? So that is kind of a shame. Now let's see what this downtrend is looking like. Yikes. Shouldn't be hard to break out of that, honestly. I don't know how much more oversold an asset could get, but holy moly. Let's check out our 15-minute time frame. We do have bullish divergence finally. So this might be the best opportunity you could ever buy into an asset, because honestly, I've never seen something that oversold. That was shocking to me. And right now, the upside potential on this bad boy, you could be seeing 82.9% upside. So yeah, that was a little shocking. Oh, anyways, another very good one to look at. Let's go back out to our daily time frame, and we are going to look at SPX. SPX, this one happens to be trending. I don't think I have the right chart. Oh boy. Gate.io. Where did I look at this thing? It's got to be MACD. Oh man, I had the chart. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright, so SPX. Rune just keep dump. Will it ever stop? No idea. It should though. It should. And if it does, great buying opportunity. So now looking at SPX here. Did it dump a lot? Yes, Rich. It dumped a lot. Looking at SPX on the weekly, we do have overhead resistance. We have never backtested the 91.6415. So that is something we do have to pay attention to. Here's our overhead resistance. Daily time frame is trying to catch a bounce. Surprisingly, you were overbought. You have not put in any bearish divergence. This could want to go up. Could. Let's go ahead and put this right down there, because apparently we're finding a lot of support there for one reason or another. Let's go ahead and check out our 4-hour. 4-hour time frame got oversold. That's shocking. We do have a downtrending level of resistance, and let's see if the breakout comes. But I would be looking for another downside move, because you have not tested support. Right now, talking about a bearish retracement, we could see this price come up to 135.55 somewhere else. That's a lot of fives. All right, not going to pay attention to the fives. But we could see this thing bounce up there before seeing more downside. Would almost be perfect to come down and backtest your 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour. So let's see what happens with SPX. SPX might be setting up for a really good shorting opportunity. And yeah, your 1-hour is coinciding with that. So that is really nice to see. Anyways, moving along, we are now going to check out Solana, AVAX, FTM, and FET. And then we will get into all of the requests, which currently are sitting at 5 requests. So right now we're going to be checking out Solana. So Sol, this is going to be a really big deal, especially for that Bonk trade. If Solana does bad, Bonk is going to do extremely bad. So I have a vested interest in checking this out. Let's go out to the weekly real fast, and let's get rid of some of the noise, because 202 was broken, which that's not good. Looks like we are holding support right at $185.27. Great. Let's get rid of this too. Does not matter. What this does look like is we tried to retest the heart line of the down sloping channel. Tried really hard, but failed. So that's good for the buyers. Looks like after we had a breakout, we have now back tested this level of support. Nice to see that. I would like to see more upside. I would really like that. But on a common retrace, we already hit our bearish 5-0. This one is sitting in limbo. We don't know if it's just going to pop up a little bit, then roll over, or if it's just going to blast off to the next level, to the next upside levels. Because this is a much higher low, and it does look like it is respecting a trend line, I am leaning very bullish, and I'm hoping it holds. Because right now, we are holding a supply line. So that is very good. Sol is a nice listing like ETH and BTC. Oh, are you talking about for spot ETFs? It very well could be. It's going to be a fight between Solana and XRP. Maybe even HBAR and ADA will jump into the mix. It'll be interesting to see. Let's go into the 4 hour here. Now on our 4 hour, we are I don't know if this can be considered bullish divergence or not. We have maintained the same level of strength. Supposed to get an ETF? It's supposed to. It could. Let's go down to our 1 hour where we're probably going to see it clear as day, and we do. We have that wonderful bullish divergence on the 1 hour that we can focus in on. So right here is our level of downtrend compared to our uptrend on a relative strength. So from low to high on a very extreme bearish case, we might see Solana come back up to $207. It would break us back above 202. So let's see if we can get up there. You said it as a commented? Okay. All right. So AVAX coming in next. This is what I see out of Solana. Looks pretty solid. I do like it. Also, it does look like we have a confirmed breakout for Solana. And this is now starting to look more and more like a falling wedge. So maybe we get a nice little back test of the wedge and take off. This looks extremely good to me. Hopefully it holds up overnight. Let's make sure Asia doesn't sell us off. Now we are going to check out AVAX, because AVAX has been doing their upgrade for AVAX 9000. Let's see if they can actually start getting out of their stupid range. What is this? Alright, let's get rid of this. Let's focus in here. What could we see now? Because we did have an extended downtrend. We broke to the upside, and now we have backtested it as formal support. This is great to see, actually. So I would be looking first for that back test. The 618. We hit the 5-0. We could hit the 618 next. So the possibility is there because you did get oversold on the 1 hour. We could see a 27% rise to the upside. Let's check out your 4 hour real fast. 4 hour did get oversold. Just barely. But we did get that oversold marking. Why can't I get out of this? Okay. We got oversold. We made a slightly lower low. We do have bullish divergence on the 4 hour. For the scalp trader out there, we could see this thing rally up only to 41.39, but that would still be a possibility of 12.28% upside. So a lot of things are looking very good for the upside. We're going to see how tomorrow pans out. Hopefully, Wall Street doesn't dump on us too hard. Grayscale does not have a Sol fund, so if Sol gets ETF, they won't be dumping any. No, they do have a trust for Sol. I looked it up long time ago. They do have a trust for Sol. Now let's check out FTM. Now that they have upgraded to Sonic, I'm genuinely interested to see what is going on here. Kind of hands off the market for our open American market for retail. Possible dumpage. You are right, Boyd. There is strong possible dumpage. Very strong. Alright, so right now, FTM is going through a bit of an identity shift. They are now converting into Sonic Network. So we have to really take this with a grain of salt of what FTM is doing, because pretty soon their ticker is going to change to S, and yeah, all of this won't even matter. But right now, it looks like we're coming in for a backtest at 56.85. If we can hold that as support, that's going to be absolutely amazing. Because we did have this falling wedge, it played out to the upside. We had a level of support once. It looks like we're about to test it again. So on your weekly, you're back into neutral territory, even breaking into the bearish control zone. On your daily, we have already set bullish divergence. Wow, go figure. So we do have bullish divergence on the daily. We do have a downtrend that we're going to have to fight against, which is right here. And yeah, so it does look like we could see some upside potential in the near future for FTM. I would be looking at it just like this, more than likely testing 117.77 as a formal back test, which could yield you 80% upside for FTM. FTM's looking pretty darn solid. I like that. Check out the 4-hour time frame. Are we? Yeah, we are oversold. Bullish divergence. Beautiful. I would expect a move to the upside. However, for safety reasons, you definitely have to have a stop loss below 5685. So there is that. Anyways, moving along to the last one on my list before I get to your requests, we have FET. F-E-T. So the reason why I'm looking at FET is because NVIDIA spoke the other day, and when NVIDIA speaks, AI goes crazy. It happens every time. So now we are looking at, not only did you have a downtrend you broke out of, you back tested, you shot up, you are now getting a higher low. This is a very good looking thing. This could rally extremely hard because guess what it did? It broke out of this downtrend back over here, and you have been maintaining this level at 123.2 for a while. And I don't believe you've ever gotten your formal 618. I don't believe you have, which, oh boy, you did not. You just got a 5-0, pulled back for the higher low. This is getting ready to rock and roll to the upside. FET, I did not even look at this before stream. I just wrote it down. 84% upside potential to even greater heights. And when I say greater heights, I mean something like possibly $4.27 could be happening in the near future. So you have two targets here, 84% or even 238% upside. FET looking great. You're right. Last time I listened to that YouTuber. Wait, what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean. So that was all the ones that I wanted to look at. If you guys have any more requests, it would be a great time for you to put them into the chat now so that I can actually get to them. Let me read some of this. You're right. The last time I listened to that YouTuber. So, Rich, which YouTuber are you talking about? Kind of hands off right now. Boyd, that is a smart move. Milk, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day. So, large language model coin on Sol. I saw a 500k cap and could have bought and didn't check back, and it's went to 157 million in 27 hours. I'm not mad. Would have been 315x. That is insanity. That's wild. That's a huge return there. All right, anyways. The Soul Grayscale Fund, a YouTuber said they didn't have one. Oh, yeah, that YouTuber's wrong. Very quick, you can even ask Grok, or you can just check the Twitter. The Twitter for Grayscale. I follow Grayscale's Twitter simply because I always want to know what they're buying. Because if it's before any ETFs, I want to buy it. If it's like a brand new announcement, I want it. So I start buying into it because I know they're going to pump the price within like 2 weeks. So always just, yeah. Anyways, let's go into the first one for James. We got Uniswap. Then we got ETH, Solo, BLZ, and Comp. All right. Sorry, Amir, you are in the trenches with all of the members. I do appreciate the $5 super chat, though. You are an absolute amazing person. You could save some money just by becoming a member, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, let's go into Uniswap right now. Uni. So on Uniswap, I definitely need to redraw this chart because it looks like a paint by numbers. So we're going to do that live on stream here. Shouldn't take too long. Oh, it's not going to take long at all. All right, so let's look at this. So we got this level here. This level right here. We got this level up here. Right there. So it looks like you have just bearishly backtested one of your levels of support and resistance. That is a gosh darn shame, isn't it? And there you go there. So you're sitting in this weird little pocket of liquidity. You're above your 200 weekly moving average. This is extremely good for Uniswap. It's as if Ethereum might be about to do something really good. If you guys watched my video earlier, I do think Ethereum is about to do something really good. So, Uniswap is kind of giving us the ski mask dog on base. We will try to check it out. Chat, 14 likes, 40 watching. That's a shame. So, ski mask dog. Let's go and check what the next level is if we get a breakout, because I think that might be coming for Uniswap. We might be seeing a major breakout brewing, and I would be looking at this level right here, $27.74. Let's go back into the daily real quick. What are we seeing? We're seeing consolidation. We're seeing a level that is acting as very strong support for one reason or another right here on these daily candle closes. So we do have a bit of support right where we're at. That's nice to see. Let's go into our 4-hour time frame. On our 4-hour, we got oversold. We're catching a bounce. That is too much strength on such a small move. That is not great to see. This shows me you could be seeing a bit more downside. That's not good. That's not great at all. You didn't hit your 50% retrace yet. I would be expecting it to go up at least to 1439. And then we'll have to reassess what it's doing. Are you going to get a higher low or not? We need to wait. Good play for when the case against it gets dismissed. Oh, big time. That might be why it's doing so well. We're about to get a new administration. SEC is about to get... Oh man, this is going to be interesting, because the SEC did bring a case against them, so this will be interesting. Checking from your low to high, let's see what type of retracement we have made already. We have not gotten to our 50% retrace yet, so completely in the cards for you to come down to 1196.9. Completely in the cards, would make all the sense in the world. And if you do, and then you manage to get a breakout, your next move, because you would more than likely look at this as move number one, you are more than likely going straight up to $27.74. So as long as you don't fall below 1196.9, you could see Uniswap start taking off and getting up 132% upside move. This is absolutely insane, but it is a possibility here. Let's go into your 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, you are back in the bullish control zone. You're about to fall. No, you don't want to do that. Hopefully you get a higher low. Hopefully you get a higher low. Or maybe just a formal back test of this previous downtrend. This got a little up there fast. And it looks like your indicators don't really like that. That's interesting. But this does happen in trend reversals, so you are expecting a higher low, but noted that higher low could come at quite the cost. You could see this thing fall as low as all the way back down to 1250.05. So keep that in mind, how low it could get if you're going to set a higher low. But it does look really good for a little bit more upside potential. Looks very good. I would be aiming at 1438.5. That would be my aim, but if you manage to break out above 1489, well, you might just be off to the races. I would still be looking for this 11969. Going to go the way Binance out of trouble money. Yeah, probably just pay them off or something. That would make a lot of sense. So yeah, this is what I see out of Uniswap. Still in play for you to come down to 11.969. If you hold it, that's amazing. If you lose it, you're in trouble. You're probably going to come straight down to 8.15.3. You don't want to do that. You really don't want to lose that level. Porky, did you happen to watch the Canadian trader I sent you this morning? He's cool. I thought my first time seeing him. I don't think I watched him yet. I'll probably watch some of it as soon as I'm done with stream tonight. I do like seeing other traders. I like seeing their methods, and I also like seeing how they interact with their chats. So, yeah. Anyways, going into Ethereum next. So, Ethereum, looking for good entries. Hold on one second. Okay. I have to take a brief intermission, guys, but right now for Ethereum, you're technically at a good entry for the 11% move to the upside. That is based off of your 1 hour time frame catching bids. You are not in overbought territory whatsoever, still in the bearish control zone. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Carpenter turned trader? Oh, he's entertaining? Carpenter turned trader. Oh, wait, I did watch some of his stuff. He's the guy who says he his construction humor. Yeah, I did see some of his stuff. Alright, so right now we did have a breakout. We are currently seeing if we're going to keep going up. So chat about these likes. Yeah, if you guys could hit the likes, that would be great. Let me refresh here. Let me see how many we have. 17 likes, 42 viewing. I feel like we can do better, guys. But it's okay. If you don't like the content, who knows? Maybe we'll just phase off into nothingness in the future. Anyways, so I am still looking for this 11% to play out. Looking for ETH to get to 35.20. So this is my target for Ethereum right now. If you are looking for the best entry possible, let's see where that could be. I honestly think it might be pretty much now. I don't think it's going to come down. I could be wrong on this. I don't think it's going to come down. And if it does, you would be looking for the price to come down to 3,212. So this might be the best entry here. Let's check your 5 minute. Oh, your 5 minute already reset and it's getting a trend reversal. Yeah, I think you got to pull the trigger. Get on in there, buddy. But make sure that stop loss is deep enough. Make sure the stop loss is below 3158 because you're expecting not getting lower. Trump inauguration right now? What? Yeah, probably. That's what I want. Alright. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. This thing could be on its way up. This is a very nice move. Nice start to a move. I like what I'm seeing out of Ethereum. All the way down to the 5 minute. It's looking really strong. And also, if you guys caught that video I posted this afternoon, you're going to know my exact thoughts on Ethereum. Ethereum's about to do extraordinarily well. In my honest opinion, I think it's about to do extraordinarily well, and I don't think many people are positioned properly for the Ethereum move that could be coming. So next, we got Solo. So checking out Solo. I don't think I check it on this chart. Going to Solo. We're here daily. Solo is still maintaining above 45,066. That is great. You could still see this thing move on up. Our target, 61766. So this looks really good. We're just waiting for bids to come in for Solo. 15 minute wants it. 1 hour. 1 hour wants it. You do have the higher low in relative strength and in price. It only makes sense that if the market rallies, you're going to see Solo catch some bids. Or just get dragged up by Bitcoin, something like that. So that is Solo. I'll sit till tomorrow. Smart move, Boyd. Smart move, because I do believe the unemployment data comes out at some ungodly hour, at least for California. Comes out at like 5:30 in the morning. I'm going to have to wake up so early just so I can catch that. So now we're checking out BLZ. I guess that's not the one we look at. We look at this one. Alright, BLZ has found tons of support off of that 5706 level. We are not selling more. We might. Your 1 hour is trying to reset its indicators. That is fine. Let's go ahead and check your 4 hour. 4 hour, you are in neutral territory, but you're still above your 100 simple moving average. Great to see that. So, BLZ still in the making of possibly seeing 147% upside. Still in the making. No idea what day it's going to start, but this does look like it's ready to start doing it soon. Doesn't look bad at all. That's kind of surprising. Looking at your daily's coming out of oversold territory. That 147% move, if it happened overnight, it would just look like a bearish backtest on your 200 daily moving average. How funny is that? So yeah, that's BLZ right now, looking solid, holding support, not really doing much. All right, going into Ski Mask Dog. So checking out Ski, we are in the depths of the toilet. Let's go out to the week. Oh yeah, this one's really hard to do any TA on because we have like zero data. So we got nothing. If you look at the weekly time frame, it's like, where would you put levels? Right there and right here, where it shows you're going into price discovery to the downside. If you're thinking about buying into Ski Mask Dog, I don't know that it right now is a good time. I really don't know. And then we do have this honorable mention level right here, which is right there. Let's go ahead and check the daily real fast. Daily, not even oversold. That's a shame. You are not oversold, and you are below all of your support. That's a very bad look. Not even trying to show bullish divergence or anything. Yikes. Going into the 4 hour. 4 hour, you did get oversold. Let's see if you're about to break a trend line for a bearish 5-0. I'd be looking for a bearish 5-0, and that's about it. You have not broken your trend line. So terrible. Griffin, we will check it out. We will check it out. So this, I mean, it has the capability of going up a little bit. I just don't have much faith in it. I would be looking for just that bearish 5-0. So maybe, just maybe, because you're oversold, you see this thing rally up 25%, which noted, nothing to scoff at. That's a big deal if you can use some leverage on it. But if you're buying a meme coin, you're not going for 25%. You're going for 10x, 20x, something like that. Just woof. This one's rough. But it does look like some buying pressure starting to come in, which is nice to see. 25, maybe, just maybe, you get somewhere around 34 or even 38% upside. I would be very cautious on this one until you formally backtest 1992 as support. I would be very cautious on this one. Very cautious. So that's what I see out of Ski. Let's go ahead and check out Comp real quick. For Amir, we got Comp. Comp, oh my goodness, the fake out to the downside. How dare you? With the bullish convergence on the 4 hour. Oh. Alright, so you asked me a very specific question. Do I think this could do better than AVAX? In the long term, let's see where your top was. So your top was at $914. So could it do better than AVAX? Yes. Yes, it could. But also put on the back of your head, AVAX has a lot going for it. So I don't know all the fundamentals for Comp. I do know them for AVAX. So with me knowing so much more about AVAX and so little about comp, I cannot tell you which one could do better. I really have no idea because automatically I have a full bias. But I will say this thing's trading at what, $74, $900. That's more than a 10x. You're doing pretty good if you hit all-time highs once again. So as long as this project's real and they're still working, you could see very, very good upside. Looking at your weekly time frame, I would be a little bit worried here based off you not holding support. Maybe on the weekly you're trying, but I would be a little worried. You did get overbought. You pulled back. That's fine. Your 50 simple is sitting below you, so it does look like you would be wanting to come down to 63.15. Great job. Eat right, people. Fish is good for losing weight. You are not wrong. Boyd, you are not wrong. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Yes, eating fish will give you those great omegas as well as a fantastic source of protein. Just make sure you are not getting too much mercury. Don't live off of the large fish. Get yourself some of those garbage bait fish. They are good for you as well. I'm talking about mackerel. Sardines, anchovies. Really good for those omegas. Anyways, looking at this, I would expect 63.15 to come into play at some point in time. Let's check your daily. Daily's not oversold. Not oversold at all. You were in this little symmetrical triangle. So, there is a possibility that was a fake out to the downside. And maybe you don't see it. Maybe that was their attempt to get to 63.15 and they failed. You are breaking back into the structure, so automatically, in the short term, I'm thinking you're going to test the top of the structure, giving you at least a 15% move to the upside. That is the initial thought. Another thing to keep in mind is you were in a downtrend right here, and you are no longer in that downtrend. You tried backtesting it once, twice, and now that second time, it is coinciding with previous highs right here. Milk, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. I have no idea why we're not getting an alert on that, but thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. So if we look at this right here for comp, we do have this level of support that you tapped on and popped up from it. So who knows, maybe the traders just gave up on trying to force this thing down, but we could see 15% upside move. Great to see that. Let's go to our 4-hour. 4-hour time frame, getting out of oversold territory. Beautiful to see. If the traders decide to be really mean to us tomorrow, we could see this thing stall out somewhere around $80.12. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I am back. Alright, so comp right now does look like it's trying to make its move up, and if the market is extremely mean to comp, you might see this thing stall out around a 7.68% upside, but I would still be expecting top of the resistance. If you can break out of it, phenomenal. That would be way better, because then you could look at this just like this. Sitting right there. And you could see yourself back to $115.26. So it would be a major difference if the market decided to not be little poopy butts to us and they allowed this thing to run up 54%. A lot of altcoins right now look like they have tons of upside. Tons. I'm ready for a pump to the moon. I mean, we all are. We all are. It feels long overdue. So hopefully it comes soon. Now let's go ahead and check out Griffin for Boyd. Griffin. I believe this is the one we look at. Yes, it is. So Griffin, you had the move to the downside. Let's go, baby. We also hit support. Beautiful. Let's clean up this chart. We have more data. We're going off the daily, of course, because there is not that much data. But let's clean up the chart. Let's get a fresh look at this, fresh eyes. You are in the bullish control zone for your relative strength. That is good. That is very good. You know what? Since it is a daily, let's just go with this. Beautiful back test. Absolutely beautiful. I would be looking at that right there. So the reason why I put my line here instead of up here is because of this wick right there. That wick tells me this level is more important than that level up there. So that's why I put it there. Let's go ahead and put these at the bottom. And now let's give our honorable mention. Honorable mention level is going to be right here. So needless to say, if you lose 33.77, you're looking for support at 30.16. Would be, oh, wait. I can't draw lines. 29.9. All right. So that would be a really good thing. Let's go ahead and check the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame. You did not get oversold. That is a very important thing. Did not get oversold, but you did get a formal backtest. Now we would be looking for at least the 5-0. It looks like you're having some trouble breaking out to the upside. That's not a good look. Not a good look at all. So I would be looking for that bearish 5-0. Maybe you get lucky, you go up to 46 cents. But let's go into the 1-hour. Let's see what that looks like. Oh. That's not good. That's not good. It looks like you're going down. Oh no. Griffin, I would go short, but I would be very cautious about the short. The reason why is because when you fell, you caught a bounce, you fell, you came up, you're finding resistance, and it is a lower high. So this is a brand new, freshly minted downtrend right here. That's not fantastic at all. Doge, please. Melanie, I got you covered. So on this, you would actually be looking for a move kind of like this for Griffin, a 16% downside move. That's not fantastic. It is very possible to happen. So now you have a bullish and a bearish case. Would I rather get a moon pump or a slow, methodical grind up with respects to TA? Short, sort of like a crypto growing up phase. So it all depends. So Bitcoin, I would prefer the slow, methodical, grindy move up. Ethereum even, same thing. Maybe even Doge, same thing. I would like it for those because they've been around for so long. But something like Solana, AVAX, anything that it's its second bull run, nah, pump it to the moon, enjoy, go crazy, be volatile. Anything that's newer, be extremely volatile. But things that are older, nah, I want those to go real slow. Real slow, because they should have that maturity behind them. They should have the confidence behind them. They should have a lot more going for them. So it's kind of like I would compare that to, let's say, like your Amazons, your Disney, your McDonald's, your all these different stocks that you're like, oh, it pulled back, great, I'm buying. Oh, it pulled back, I'm buying. Oh, it pulled, like you wouldn't even care because you know it's only going up. So that's what I would want out of legacy cryptos. But the brand new ones, think of them like penny stocks. No, they can go up, they can go down, they can go crazy. That's what I really like. So yeah, I like the mixture. I like the opportunity of taking massive risks whenever there's a chance. And then I also like the opportunity of just like, ooh, we can just get some steady gains here. And I just like the differences. All right, so your bearish cases, you can go down 16% here for Griffin. For your other bearish case, which is a better bearish case, you could see this thing move back up to resistance at 46.05. If you could break out above that, well, then the uptrend is in massive tact, and this thing could go absolutely apeshit insane. Whereas you would be looking at it sort of like this for Griffin, and you could see it go to 62.53 or even 74.15. So there's a lot going on with Griffin here, but we all know my slogan. I am bearish until breakout. So right now I'm looking at 16% downside. I would look to short this one, because also on your CCI indicator, if this were the stochastic RSI, you have reset your stochastic to the upside and you're ready to fall over. So yeah, that's what I see out of that. Let's check your 15-minute. And your 15-minute hit the red zone. And you're overbought on the 15-minute. Nothing looks good on Griffin. I would short it. I would short this one. So yeah, that's what I see there. So now we're checking out Dogecoin next. Doge. Real quick, I do want to peek in on my trade. Let's see if I'm losing my butt or not. So let's just take a peek real quick. We are only up 6% on the trade. Could I do a tier list for 2025? Maybe top 20 and 5 honorable mentions? That would be an interesting thing. You know what? I might try and make a video of that. I'll think about that for tomorrow. That's a good idea, Boyd. I like that. A top 20 tier list. I mean, we already know Bitcoin's going to be S tier. It's going to be number 1. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, I could do that. That's a good thought. I like that. A video. Yeah, that is a great video idea, Boyd. I will definitely do that. I never even thought of doing something like that. And it's funny because I watch a bunch of anime YouTubers and they do tier lists for literally everything. They're like, here's a tier list for waifus and dumbness. All right, anyways, let's dive into Dogecoin here. So, Dogecoin is a interesting one. It's very interesting. So you have a few levels of support here. We're going to redraw this live on stream so you guys can see how interesting Dogecoin is to me, because your possibilities of upside are still there even though you lost major resistance. But maybe if I take a fresh look at this, this could look interesting. Yo, what's up, Johnny? How you doing today? So now checking this out on your major overhead and lower resistances. Let's get a fresh look here. Wow, I literally just changed where my resistance would be, and now it looks like you're holding support. How weird is that? So now this is why every once in a while you should definitely just reset your chart, get some fresh eyes on it, because you might have a different perspective if you redraw it out. So Dogecoin, I'm less bearish on at this very second, simply because of what I just did by using these two levels of weekly resistance rather than using these two up here. How crazy is that? Anyways, honorable mention is going to be right here. Alrighty, and honorable mention on the bottom side right there. So this is what we're focused in on for Dogecoin. If we lose that level at 27.95, we're in danger. Technically, Dogecoin's not in danger. It does not look that bad. And then to the upside, I mean, we have our like 57-cent highest weekly candle closes ever. So Dogecoin does not look bad. We are just resetting all of our indicators because we were completely cooked on our weekly. It was so overbought, it was unreal. It was more overbought than hot wings at a Weight Watchers convention. It's just so overbought. Anyways, you had your bearish divergence. It played out. Now you set your first lower high. And the best part is, so this is where it gets quite fun and entertaining, is you had this downtrending level of resistance. You broke out, came up. Now you're back testing that level as support. That's absolutely beautiful. And then, because it's your daily, we can look at all of this holding pressure at 31.02 as support. What did you mean by refresh the chart? Why so important? So when you start drawing on your chart too much, there's just a lot of noise. And over time, you're going to just start looking at charts differently. So it's always good to change your perspective based off how you're thinking of it now. So since I look at charts so darn often and market goes through all these different fluctuations, I change up the way I look at my charts every so often. So I end up just clearing the slate and doing it over. And when I do that, it makes everything way more clear for me so that I can actually make much better decisions. And yeah, so right now on Dogecoin, this thing looks super, super bullish. Super bullish. You are setting higher low. I mean, this is a distinct, you are sitting on top. You are wicking below this level. And then now you tried and couldn't even test it as support. And you're staying above your weekly level of major resistance / support. This looks very good in my opinion. We could see Dogecoin start going up. Right now, making its way back up to these highs right here at 40045 or even higher, because this could be a brand new uptrend for Dogecoin, basically meaning you have your uptrend right here based off this to this current uptrend. So as long as you maintain this uptrend, we could see Dogecoin finally, after all this time, go up and test 5724. So this is a very good setup for Dogecoin. It looks great. Let's go to lower time frame, see if it can hold up. You're so low on your 4 hour, it is disturbing. The only problem I see is you don't have bullish divergence. That is literally the only problem. What a shame. But you are completely in bearish control zone territory and ready to move higher. So that's a thing. Now, if this is a brand new uptrend, you would look at this just like this, giving you that level there. A stop loss, a smart stop loss would be at 30733. So nice tight stop loss, 30733, and you would be looking to take profit somewhere around 45,232 or even 57 cents. So you do have two targets for Dogecoin. First target, you're looking at 37% upside. Second target, you're going to be looking at more than likely overhead resistance at 74% upside. Let's go Doge. Been holding a bag for a while. Very nice. Milk, very nice. But yeah, this one looks ready to rock and roll. This looks great, actually. Let's make sure that it actually holds support. But you've been holding it this whole time. They haven't been able to dump you below it. Let's just make sure Bitcoin doesn't decide to all of a sudden poop the bed. Let's just make sure. Going into our 1 hour time frame, yep, the massive bullish divergence, beautiful, love it. Going into the 15 minute. 15 minute is really high on that relative strength. I don't like that. You could see this thing come back down to 32.15. We will see if it decides to do that, but it looks like you're not broken out just yet either. Not broken out just yet. Looking like it's fighting to try and break out. So I do really want to see what happens to everything tomorrow. All of the charts for the altcoins and Bitcoin, they're showing that tomorrow could be a decent day. So I guess we might have already priced in all the sell pressure. We might have priced in if the US actually does sell off all of their tokens. But things are looking pretty darn positive for this evening. When the data comes out tomorrow, it could all look absolutely terrible. We could have Asia wake up and just be like, nope, we're done. And they might hate it. So yeah, things might get a little... hey, 1060 subs, picking up speed. That's true. I made a video today about the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart and Ethereum, basically talking about when alt season starts. And yeah, that brought in some more subs. So I think I do need to start doing more stuff kind of like that. So I do think this tier list of Boyd's idea, it might be a very good idea for the channel, and that's why I am 100% going to entertain that. And now I have to put in a tier list, so we'll do that. You have 3 tonight, if that's okay. No, that's fine, Melanie. Bring it on in. If it's true that because has to... Wait. Is it true that because has to lose its dominance before alt season? No, it doesn't have to. It's just what happens. So understand, if there is an alt season, you're going to see the Bitcoin dominance start falling off of a cliff just because. Everyone has an alert for coin movement on the US wallet. Yeah, they do. It is amazing. And it hasn't moved at all. Hasn't done a thing. Melanie, you can request as many tokens as you want. I don't put a limit on requests. So yeah, you like having 3, that's perfectly fine. Perp and Axel. I'm actually interested to see what Perp did. So let's check out Perp and Axel. I remember somebody in the past was so mad at Axel, it was unreal. Well, let's check out Perp. Let's see how it held up from yesterday, because Bitcoin was not nice. So let's check out Perp. Perp held up. Held up. Let's freaking go. It didn't hold up as well as I thought it would, but it held up. NBD, thank you so much for becoming a member. What is up, NBD? Welcome into the membership. Make sure you connect your membership to the free Discord and get notified when I jump into trades. You can see how stupid or great I am. BTC dominance only tracks the market caps between Bitcoin and the rest of crypto at the charts. That is true. That is very true. So, Melanie, as we said yesterday, and it looks like you did not even make a lower low. Perp is set up for greatness. I'm still kind of foaming at the mouth at Perp, because if we look at it on the weekly, I believe. Yeah, it's on the weekly. We can see it. You came down straight to your supply line after a confirmed breakout, blasting off, and it's looking pretty. It's looking downright pretty. This looks great. So yeah, this is not bad whatsoever. Your weekly is sitting in, it looks like it's trying to cross into the bearish control zone. Let's check out the daily. Daily's in the bearish control zone. No big deal. You have yet to, good morning, Porky. Could you look at Rune, please? I saw some announcement they have stopped lending and they're basically on the verge of collapse. I need a dead cat bounce to get out of your position. Oh my god, is that why it's dropping like that? Holy shit, I was wondering what was going on. Didn't know they had that type of announcement. They stopped lending? Wow. Well, Rave, thank you so much for coming in with that information. I did not know about that. I'm a member at least. You are a member, NBD. I appreciate you for your membership. Thank you. All right, so on your daily time frame, you're in the bearish control zone. It does look like the sell pressure is starting to fall off, which is great to see. You still could go down and just touch that support line. No big deal. You might come on down to like 6, a lot of 6s. And yeah, would not be weird at all. You are currently playing on top of your 200 daily moving average. It's as if you guys are flirting. Absolutely insane. Bad news, my dude. It's not good. That's true. It's not great. But we did look at Rune already, because I was like, wow, this thing looks amazing for where it's at. But great information that you're coming in with, Rave. We will look at that chart again for you. But yeah, this one, interesting look. Let's check out our 4 hour. So remember, still in play for you to be able to touch that supply line, but you have not been able to yet. And it does seem like they are going to... Moneybags, welcome to the Discord. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. You are deeply oversold on the 4 hour, which means you should see some upside, but we have seen some crazy sell pressure. Would not be the strangest thing in the world to sweep liquidity, touch your supply line, maybe even go as low as 58.35, maybe, but it would be very hard to force it down there tonight because of how oversold you are. And you're on the MACD getting your first green sell. That's great to see. On your 1 hour, you can see the bullish divergence, and it looks like you're going in for your first higher low, which is nice. So I guess, unless there's some terrible news on this, I could easily see this thing pop on up to 78.96, We're just waiting on it to start making its move. Just waiting. And noted, since you are on a confirmed breakout, you could see this thing go absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But right now, what you'd want to see is a move up to $1.704. That's what you would really like to see, or at a bare minimum, backtest the $1.02 level at a bare minimum. So you could see this thing move up something like 47% if this does hold. People need to become fans of Chainlink, not as vulnerable as Fartcoin, but not super dumb. That's true. That is very true. It is a great coin. All right, we are checking out Axel next. Well, yeah, perp looks perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. It's like it was unaffected by the dumping today. Now, Axel. Oh, just go touch some support. What the hell is this? All right, let's pull this to the weekly. Are we finding some weird support that I never marked out? Are we? No, not at all. Go touch some damn support. What are we doing? What are we doing? Lost the supply line. Doesn't matter anymore. We have this level that we bearishly backtested. So for Axel, I would automatically be thinking you're going to go down and touch 56.6. If you hold support there, I mean, it's a higher low. You're just could be amazing. From low to high here, your 886 lines up perfectly. You're already testing your 786. It lines up almost perfectly. Go down to 566. That would be ideal. Fartcoin, what a meme, right? What a meme. I mean, the fact they have butthole coin too, it's insane. It's insane. All right, so your weekly, it's in the bearish control zone. Let's check out your daily. Bearish control zone as well. I swear, if it stops right there, I'm going to be a little angry because this weird little level of support didn't even get touched. What? This would be the most random place in the world for this thing to turn around. Literally the most random place. I would not like it. I'm guessing it's setting up for one more leg to the downside, but that is just a guess based off of not touching support. Go to support, darn it. Anyways, daily looks fine. 4 hour oversold. Son of a. Okay, oversold on the 4 hour. No bullish divergence at all. So you still have a chance at setting bullish divergence. Great, awesome. I want to see this thing just roll on over, go down there, touch it, higher relative strength, then let's get this party rolling. But until you touch support, I don't like this at all. I don't like it. Let's check your 1 hour. 1 hour is trying to stay in that bearish control zone, but you could pop up. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. No, it's a breakout. You have broken out. Might be a false breakout. Let's check the 15-minute. Nope, not the. Well, we couldn't check the 7. No, the 7 looks fine. 15 looks like it wants to reset, but it looks fine. Weird. So strange. I would still want to look at it just like this because I'm completely biased and I want support, you know? State of our society, I used to get my mouth wash out with soap if I even said fart back in the 70s. That's wild. I feel like the 70s, there was a lot of drugs. I would like to see this. I would like to see a 7% drop out of Axel, but I can't deny you are broken out. You could be moving up. I wouldn't expect it to go crazy or anything just because you haven't touched support, but you could see this thing mosey on up somewhere around 70.59. You could see that. That happened to me once. Oh no, that's terrible. You could see the possibility of a 15% move to the upside. I would still be expecting it to roll over and come down. If it does go up, it's because the market goes up. I don't believe this one could actually stand on its own. I think it needs to go and touch some support. I really do think so. But I've seen weirder things in the market. I have seen weirder things. All right, so that is Axel. Cautiously optimistic that it's going to go up 15%. Would not be a surprise in the slightest if it comes down to 566. Would not be a surprise. So, checking out Rune one more time. No problem, Melanie. Anytime. Anytime. Now, Rune, we are still dropping. So, Rune, I'm still thinking you're super oversold. But now, hearing that news, I didn't realize there was such terrible news on Rune. But they're not lending, so everybody's like, oh, screw this, I'm out. That is wild. I didn't realize they needed that lending so bad. You could find support at $2.83. Sorry, I needed water to survive. My bad. All right. Yeah. So that's Rune. Rave, I don't have good news for you. I'm sorry. Also, guys, this stream went way smoother than normal. So I think I'm going to keep doing it this style, where I cover everything I want to talk about, look at, all that stuff. Then we go into all the requests, and then we go from there. We're gonna test it out tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. But I do need to keep these streams a lot more concise, because getting into next week, I do have to wake up early. Should just hit reverse on your trade right now? Rave, probably. I mean, this thing is just, it's a falling knife. I wouldn't even trade it. I wouldn't trade it. I would just get out of it and just watch where it stops. Because it could just keep going. If the news of it not lending is that bad, I mean, you could see it at 173. That is a fundamental change in a crypto. That's a big, big deal. So if they made a bunch of their money from lending, that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a big problem. So yeah, fundamental changes are bad. Being delisted because of no trading volume is no big deal, because fundamentally nothing changed. This one is a fundamental change. So you might even be able to short this thing all the way into the ground. No telling. They're going to have to come out with some type of announcement that fixes whatever problem they're doing. So, there's that. I thought this chart was a great buying opportunity, but you telling me that? Shoot. I don't catch falling knives. I just watch them fall. Wait for them to bounce, get a higher low, do something. Other than that, they don't matter. Alright, everybody. That was all the requests. That is everything I wanted to cover. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully, this was a lot easier to digest. And we will see how the playbacks run next time. Anyway, get out. Exactly. Get out. Get out while you can. Anyways, everybody, I hope you all are ready for some economic data tomorrow morning. I can't wait to make a bunch of TikToks about it and whatnot. I do have 2 separate TikToks, just at FYI for everybody. One of them, I react to things and I make funny jokes. The other one, I talk about the market. So make sure you choose wisely if you do look me up on TikTok. One of them's just called Porky Flatter 65. The other one's called Porky Trades. You might want the Porky Trades one instead. If volume suddenly increases by 3x, it's a red flag. That's true. That is a red flag. That is tons of sell pressure. Oh my god, these LA fires are scary? Well, yeah, that's because, you know, Newsom doesn't actually care. So, all he cares about is how he's going to steal money from the taxpayers. I know people are like, he doesn't steal the money. Okay, fine. Mismanage it. Stealing money. He took $500 million for wildfire prevention 2 years ago? 3 years ago? One of those. And we've had worse fires. It's been so bad. So bad. But alright, everybody. You guys have a great night. I'm going to get on out of here. Much love. Keep those stop losses tight. Let's hope for a great day tomorrow. Let's hope for a great day. I will catch you in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Deuces.